everyone.
Hi guys, Noelle, Rose Anderson, Kale. I'm finishing up the next video, or the last video. So it's a different camera. We're using the phone camera, but it's a pretty good representation of my face. Look, I got my cute little ballerina bun. My top knot. Cute. Okay, so I want to be with my real family and the ones who didn't backstab me. I want to be with my beloveds too. I don't want any games played. I want everybody to be on the up and up with us, and it looks like that's happening, and people are not backpedaling from what we thought. And unfortunately, people made President Biden and Vice President Harris look really bad in our eyes. It was all this game, the Q game, apparently. So we kind of stopped. We're not playing. We're not going to have any part to do with it. You know, all this stuff about, oh, she'll be back. No, I ain't playing the game. We're done. Lawsuits are happening. Cease and desist letters are going out and have gone out. We mean business now, and we're done with all of this. A lot of people did a lot of bad things to us, and we have it documented. So, you know, that's how it goes, people. So all you good people are, you know, don't worry. Good people, you have nothing to worry about. Bad people, you have something to worry about, and you should. You have made us worry, and hold on a second. And have to suffer and struggle all this time. So now it's your turn. And we're doing it legal. You didn't do anything legal towards us. You just tormented and stole. Yes, taking my intellectual property, using my image or likeness. You never paid me. You never had my permission. If you got permission, you stole my signature somehow. You don't have my permission. And I'm pissed. So I'm going to make a video now showing you some photos and things of me. Which I think we already made that video, didn't we? With the Little Mermaid and all that.
Yeah, we did do that one.
So, yep. So, I've pretty much always had some shade of red hair. It's been lighter, darker. I've even had like a strawberry blonde hair. Sorry, but it's the truth. I even have clippings of my hair. Some people in my family apparently said I had brown hair. And like, when? Oh, maybe when I dyed it. I used some temporary dye. I forgot about that. I wanted to look more like my mom. I forgot about that. And then I found my old driver's license and I'm like, oh yeah. But I didn't have brown hair. Sometimes it was like a fawn color. It changed. I don't know why. It just changed. But I liked red. I really liked red a lot. And my hair has been, well, when it got to a medium auburn, which was exactly the hair color, I told my husband, I want to dye my hair like red, like really red, because it was getting too dark. And I didn't like it, you know. It was just turning too dark for me. Deeper auburn, right? And I want it more bright. Bright is the better term. Not lighter, but brighter. And so he got me a box of hair dye, and it was called Medium Auburn. And I dyed my hair, and it turned out, and it came out the same exact color. In other words, I found out what the true shade was called for my hair. It was a medium auburn, and I was so upset. What is that noise? It sounds like a helicopter.
Yeah, it does. Sorry, I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me.
Anyway, and I was so upset because I spent all that time, you know, and this was before I was really good at mixing colors and stuff like that, and not just doing like a box job, right? And I was so upset. I'm like, this is not what I wanted to do. So I actually found another brand, and I got the brightness that I wanted. But I've always been a redhead. Auburn is, you know, where there's some brown, some gold, and red in it. I used to bleach the tips of my hair blonde, you know, the punk thing, or new wave thing, whatever the hell it was then. or I'd make it black, you know, that was the thing, to color the tips of your hair with different colors, and I did all that. That was fun. But my mom wouldn't let me like dye my hair. She's just flipping out. She wouldn't let me do that. You can make your hair lighter or darker with inorganic chromium too. And my eye color changed. I didn't change it. It got greener. I had slate blue eyes when I was born. Most babies do, but I did. And then they got gray, and then they got hazel, and they were, when it was weird. My skin got a different shade too, and my hair got a different shade, and my eyes got a different shade. And that was probably because we were being, you know, poisoned with this stuff. But, you know, you can change it. It's extra inorganic chromium. And experimented with that. And I'm like, that's really interesting. And nitric acid can make your hair white. And it'll dry it out. You know, so you gotta put a lot of moisture in your hair. But anyway, so we did a little experimentation, me and my husband, and this was years and years ago, and I'm like, I was so upset. I took the towel off my head, like, look, honey. And he's like, it's the same color. I'm like, no way. I just spent all this time and money dyeing it this color. And yeah, I was so upset. So anyway, yeah, but you know, I've always been a redhead of some shade or form. Different depths, different tones. I studied all of this, and so anyway, yeah. And then for most of my life I have been a super bright red. This is like performance time hair. So my natural hair color now is kind of like a coppery red. His hair changed too, my son's. It was, when he was younger, it was like this light sandy blonde brown. My husband was bright white, like bleached white blonde for a long time. And his hair got darker and darker and darker, and it went almost black. And I said, that's weird. And then it got lighter again. And then I highlight it now. But my son's hair, the same thing happened. He went from a sandy brown, blonde, brown, and it got deeper and deeper, and then your hair got kind of black, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Yeah, his hair it was gorgeous black. And I was like, ooh, nice. But, you know, people's hair color changes. I don't know why. It does. I'm starting to think it's this toxic stuff in the environment. Could be. Hold on. Could be. We'll find out for sure. But you can change pigmentation with your eyes. You can make them have more gold in them or less. It's really interesting. Excuse me. But yeah, my eyes, and then my eyes went hazel, and now they're more green. Then I'm like, all right, whatever. I've changed my diet. I'm very, very healthy, so that might have something to do with it too. And then I found an article and researched it, and that can happen. So I was like, oh, okay. Because I'm like, wait a minute. It's weird. It's really weird. But you can see my hair, and it's all me, and it changes. It's like, oh, it's this very pretty auburn, and it's like fawn, and then it's like almost blonde, and then it's something else. And my mom didn't let me dye my hair when I was a kid. Anyway, I was a real cutie. Alright, so I want to be with my real family, meaning the ones who didn't stab me in the back or play games with us. And I really want to know why they didn't tell me about all this Q bullshit. And I want to be with my loved ones, because there are people who are like family, but they're not blood, but they're more loving towards me and more faithful towards me than some members of my family. What is that saying? That's so hurtful, you know, the betrayal thing. And so, you know what, I need to really find out what's going on, because something seems very suspect. And I don't know what the truth is now. I do know what factual truth is happening here, but all this other stuff, I don't know. I really don't know. So, you know, our accounts are still open, but I'm not going to go on social media. I'm going to let it be properly filtered out first, because I don't need to be listening to any bullshit or getting upset over things that aren't even really, you know, real. It's just mimed. And it's really fascinating that certain platforms, especially Twitter, would just let this happen. And we've written a lot. We've written notes and letters, so they really need to shape up, because something very bad is happening, and happened to us and other people too. So I would like to know why they just wink at it. And, you know, it needs to be changed. We need to be treated much better. So, yeah, we need a rescue now, because, yeah, here we are. I mean, really, my dad was saying, well, take responsibility or something. It wasn't my dad, though. It's like, what? We were poisoned out of our home. What responsibility? What bad decision? A bad decision would have been to stay in there and let us die and be poisoned. So we did the right things. We got out. We still own the place. You know, we rent it and all that legitimately. We're paid up and all of that. And, yeah. But, anyway, guys. Behave yourselves and treat us much better. Because if you don't, you're getting a lawsuit too. Just saying. So, and it's not our way or the highway. The laws protect us. Anybody stealing my intellectual property, there's a law. So it's not my way or the highway, it's the law's way or the highway. And I follow the law. So, there you go. Pretty easy. Okay, sending love to you lovely people, beautifuls and beloveds. That's my trademark too. And yes, somebody stole that too, and I'm going to take it back and take him to court and sue the shit out of him. So, stop taking my stuff. That's the bottom line. Lesson for today. Stop taking my stuff and stop screwing around with us, okay? So love, but behave yourselves, okay? Bye!